Hi, everybody. Welcome back if you're an old subscriber, and welcome if you are a new one. Okay, so let's talk about this new Sussex.com website and let's get it down pat, okay? Now, it is clear that this website is not a second website for Harry and Meghan. If it was, I would have been maybe a tiny, minute bit less ticked off. I mean, it happens that people may have two websites or two profiles on one platform, one for themselves and one for their business. But this is not that. If you go to the Archwell website, it actually redirects you to Sussex.com. And if you go to Sussex Royal, it redirects you to Sussex.com. So it is a complete rebrand, and it is a rebrand back to being royal. Now, whoa, don't scream and shout. Hear me out. I am not going to come here and tell you that their latest rebrand comes with the blessing of the palace, the Privy Council, the Parliament, and all the King, because I do not know that. What I am saying to you today, because it is so visually obvious, is that Harry and Meghan are definitely trying to rebrand away from being celebrities and back to being royal. And that is also made even more clear by the fact that Sussex Royal also redirects you to Sussex.com. But never mind, just the first impact, the first look, before you have even gone on to read anything, tells you that their website is as close to the royal website you can get without looking absolutely ridiculous. Now, I cannot show you page by page, as they will definitely have me for copyright issues faster than you can say damn. So I'm only going to provide you with this discolored front page, okay? And sorry, I know it is extremely boring, but that's all I can do, and you will just have to, unfortunately, listen to me describe it. Okay, so the opening page comes with a photograph taken at Invictus and a coat of arms. Yes, their very royal coat of arms, which they received when they got married. It was designed for them, and it combined Harry's coat of arms with a new one designed for Meghan. Okay, but that is not all. On this front page, as they do on every other page, they refer to themselves as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, I really want you to listen carefully, because this is not coming from Bookworm 2, but from the Blue Booklet, which provides the rules and guidance of the use of royal arms, names, images, and other rules like gift giving and gift receiving, etc., etc. And this booklet is as official as you can get. And old Bookworm had absolutely nothing to do with the compiling of the booklet or the rules contained in it. Okay? I mean, I'm not that delusional. The most I am, however, doing by bringing it to you in terms of changing anything is to summarize a little. Okay, so here goes. Section 4.1. A trademark which consists of or contains the royal coat of arms or any of the principal armorial bearings of the royal arms, or any insignia or device so nearly resembling the royal arms, or any such armorial bearings as to be likely to be mistaken for them or it, shall not be registered unless it appears to the registrar that consent had been given by or on behalf of His Majesty. Section 99(1). A person shall not, without the authority of His Majesty, use in connection with any business the royal arms in such a manner as to be calculated to lead to the belief that he is duly authorized to use the royal arms. The use of royal insignia as trademarks are also protected internationally under the Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property, 1883. Now, guys, it is a long document and I am going to skip many pages, but you need to also understand that although this is Meghan and Harry's coat of arms as a couple, okay, there are elements in this coat of arms which are indeed protected, like certain crowns and coronets and even that lion on Harry's side. Those are all easily recognizable as being part of royal coat of arms, okay, and it is protected as such. So with that said, let's continue. Royal arms, similar emblems, and the royal crown may not be used on articles for sale, except for occasional events of national importance. And guys, these are things like a royal wedding or a coronation, where you then go and you buy a memento to this particular occasion, and normally these are controlled by certain elements within the monarchy and government. Section 12. If any person in the course of any trade or business gives by whatever means any false indication, direct or indirect, that any goods or services supplied by him or her or any methods adopted by him are or are of a kind supplied to or approved by His Majesty or any member of the royal family, he shall, subject to the provisions of this act, be guilty of an offence. So, I'm going to leave this document here for now. We'll refer back to it later. However, because Harry and Meghan's coat of arms include royal elements, was produced as a royal coat of arms for use on royal letterheads, etc., while Harry and Meghan were working royals, it is clear that Harry and Meghan cannot and may not use that coat of arms on a website where they are also promoting the commercial arm of their Archwell endeavour, namely Archwell Productions, at least not without the permission of His Majesty the King. And quite frankly, I cannot see the king giving that kind of permission, at least not now. Or, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The king himself, as Prince Charles, had 5 registered LLCs and obviously still uses his royalty to promote and sell products from his private estates. But, oh well, that is not what we are here to talk about today. No matter which way you look at it, it is against the rule book, the blue book, for Harry and Meghan to use their coat of arms on that particular website, which is obviously designed to show their link to the British royal family in order for them to benefit financially from that relationship. And that, again, like in my Lily video, is a matter which, in my opinion, can be successfully argued in a court of law. And as the elements, like the lion on Harry's side, the coronet on top, in that coat of arms are protected internationally, it is not going to matter that they are perched like vultures in California, United States of America. Another serious concern is that Harry and Meghan were prohibited by Her Majesty the Queen to use Sussex Royal on social media and to use the Sussex Royal website. For all practical purposes, they were locked out of that website. So, who gave them permission and the pins and passwords to once again link to that website? I think that is a good question and one that needs to be asked. Okay, so let's go through Harry's bio, and we'll do that so that you don't have to go click on that website. We don't want to give them too much traffic to sell on later, do we? Okay, so Harry's bio starts off with Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is a humanitarian, military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmental campaigner. Oh my word, where and when and how was Harry a humanitarian, particularly since they left the royal family? The definition of a humanitarian is a person who seeks to promote human welfare. Okay, so that was what Harry was doing when he called his brother that derogatory name Willie in his book. That is what he was apparently doing when he mocked his brother for having less hair than him. And a real humanitarian refers to the humans he supposedly killed in Afghanistan as chess pieces? I think not. A mental health advocate? Really? A guy who, in the Oprah interview on international television, said he was too embarrassed to seek help for his pregnant wife when she was suicidal. Now, whether she was pregnant or was suicidal is not the issue here. What is what he said. Harry, a mental health advocate, when once again on television he admitted to using all kinds of substances. This is the biggest load of BS I have ever read in my entire life. It is such BS. It is not even funny. Environmental campaigner. Now, if I ever read rubbish, this is it. Has Harry forgotten about the multitude of private jets him and his wife took? And most recently to go on vacation on an island back and forth on somebody's private jet. Remember that? A man who hops on a plane, flies 5,000 kilometers, spends 12 to 17 minutes with his father, and then flies all the way back again. An environmental campaigner who organizes, was it, I think, 7 gas guzzling vehicles to accompany their own gas guzzling vehicle 200 meters to the entrance of a venue in New York. If that is what we call an environmental campaigner, then I am an environmental saint. Then in paragraph 2, Harry calls himself an Apache helicopter pilot. No, no. He was a gunner and at some point a co pilot, never a pilot. According to Harry's bio, he is the co-founder of Archwell Foundation, and their mission is show up, do good. Yes, I don't know what good they are doing by showing up to all these award ceremonies, but yes, it seems they will show up to the opening of an envelope. Also in Harry's bio, it states that they created Archwell Productions to produce content programming that informs, elevates, and inspires. Yes, right. The 6 episodes of Harry and Meghan inspired me to be nauseated and to dislike Meghan more than before. Who can forget Meghan mocking the 96-year-old Queen with that exaggerated bow? Yes, that content did not elevate anyone. At most, it was darn embarrassing. And then the other way shown on Netflix in their name was not produced by them either. So what can we say? Then it states the Duke is the New York Times best-selling author of Spare, except Delusional Harry. One, you did not actually write the book. Moeringer did. Number two, it only sold so many copies because of who you are and not because you are a great author. So let's go to Meghan's bio. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and champion of human rights and gender equity. Yes, right, Meghan. A feminist who only achieved anything because of men. First, her father, then husband number who knows what, Trevor Ingleson, and now, because of the British prince, she managed to snag. And yes, there were other men, but we'll stick with these three to save time, okay? Yes, she was made Time's list of 100 most influential people in 2021, 3 years ago, and had since not even been mentioned, not even as number 99. Talk about from something to nothing. Oh, God. The funniest thing in Meghan's bio is this. After graduation, Meghan turned her focus on the entertainment industry, securing a lead role in the hit series Suits. Lead role? Delusional much? Number 6 on the call list in 7 out of 9 seasons. Yes, she was called up so much for so long that she could travel to Rwanda and Malta, etc., do modeling shoots for Reitmans and so forth, while for the lead actors it was basically a daily full-time job, but apparently not for Meghan. I wonder how the real lead actors feel about Meghan describing herself as lead actor in Suits. And then the bio goes on and on and on and on. But the next interesting thing is when she talks about archetypes. Number one in the United States, the United Kingdom, blah, blah, bloody blah. So successful that Spotify kicked her to the curb. I cannot even complete this sentence in which she describes herself as the best-selling author of The Stench without rolling about with laughter, okay? Yes, we could all be that if we bought thousands and thousands and thousands of our own books and sold them to poor children in Harlem for $5. I'm just saying. It also says that she is a major advocate for family care, according to herself. Yet, to date, we must remember she hasn't as much as called her father after his stroke. Talk about family care. The website is just one piece of self indulgent shite, tooting their own horns. It really is truly nauseating. And again, if the monarchy or British Parliament does not act or react to this very website will once again be a middle finger to them all and make a fool or fools and laughing stock of them all. And before we get into the next excuse, if the king is too ill or too tired, then it is up to Parliament and the Privy Council, maybe, to act. This cannot continue. A nation, a country, is not subservient to a drug addicted, mentally challenged man child and his Z list actress wife. A nation, a country tells them what to do or not do. And I've seen a number of people saying, oh, the king must do something as soon as he's recovered. You know what? No. I'm sorry, I have empathy for the king. But remember, there's always been an excuse for Harry and Meghan. First, it was, oh, the Queen has to get over mourning Prince Philip. Yes, I understand the Queen was mourning Prince Philip. Then, oh, the Queen's old. Then, the Queen is ill and she can't be bothered with things like this, you know. So we had to wait for Charles. Then Charles became king. Now it's a year and a half later, nothing's been done. Now Charles is sick, and now we must wait until he recovers. You know what, guys, if we keep waiting, there's a distinct possibility that you can be saddled with King Henry, okay? Or that this continues. No wonder the Russians are sending fighter jets and things to hover over Europe and Britain. They have no respect because there is no discipline. And if you want respect, then you have to unfortunately stick to your own laws and rules and act accordingly. I love the monarchy. Britain has always been my second home. I love the country. But I can't stand to see these two grifters giving an entire country the middle finger, laughing at them, and getting away with it. So, guys, for now, that is all I have to say. So, thank you again for being here. Thank you for hearing me out. And I shall see you on the next one. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.